Okay, so I've been sitting for a while thinking about how to do this video, and as you know, it's going to be about ATVOD and ukcolumn at the moment, who are saying they were censored by them. And as a guy named, Christopher Brennan has been saying, there has been a lot of misinformation about what's going on from all sides. You've got Jerry Barnett on sex censorship, you've got Christopher Brennan himself, and you've got ukcolumn. There's a lot going on. Everyone's saying one thing, no one can really be sure. I'm hoping I can get this video done in 15 minutes, but nonetheless, I've made some notes, and I just want people to really understand what's going on. Start with ukcolumn, which I have very few notes on, because it's worth noting that they're claiming that they have been censored by ATVOD. And that's what Christopher Brennan is saying. They've not been censored. And others are saying that they have been censored, including ukcolumn. And Jerry Barnett, he was saying it first, he's not saying it at the moment. It's very important to note, it's mostly to Christopher Brennan here, sort of yes and sort of no, they have been censored. They removed their, well, they didn't remove it, they set their videos to private, so it's not been removed, it's not, they've self-censored. They're claiming ATVOD has done it. No, they're the ones who have censored themselves. So to claim ATVOD have done it is ridiculous. But having said that, it's worth noting that ukcolumn would have been regulated in the same way as television. And it's a news site. It's worth noting that, of course, televised news in the UK does have to be regulated in a way that it's fair and balanced. I don't think the ukcolumn could have even achieved that if they tried, being a conspiracy theory website. So they would have come under strict regulation and potential censorship if they went along with it. But more to the point, should ATVOD have even pursued this? What I understand? No. This has been one of these common things with ATVOD. ATVOD, here's a little deal with them. ATVOD, their job is to license on-demand content, or supposedly. It's part of an EU mandate. There's an EU mandate which encourages all countries within the EU to adopt a self-regulatory position of video-on-demand content. ATVOD are the part of this EU mandate. Interestingly, what they do is actually license video-on-demand content. And here's the biggest part of this information that goes on. They were only supposed to regulate sites of content that is also on television. So the iPlayer, ITV player, 4on-demand, that would have been fine. That's what they were supposed to do. And including, we're going to get into pornography soon because they do a lot over that, sites like Television X or Babe Station, again, it's on television. So that's kind of reason. Having said that, it's fair enough they're meant to self-regulate it, but they actually outright license these sites. There was nothing in the EU mandate that said they were supposed to do that, and there's never been any debate in Parliament or bill in Parliament that says they're supposed to do that. And even ATVOD themselves, they've never been able to properly define TV-like. In fact, it's so generic, they go for anything. That's why they probably went for ukcolumn. I'm not going through these notes in order, so I'm getting a bit up here. But I'd go again with Christopher Brennan. You said something like about how, they've tried to get you, they can't do YouTube. And others are telling you, no, they can do YouTube. Again, that's a bit complicated. Because now, things have been referred to Ofcom for. ATVOD have tried to get something called Channel Flip, which shows short clips. That was denied in the end. They also tried to do BBC Worldwide and Top Gear's YouTube channels, but this was denied. Part of the reason for that is because supposed to be, I'm gonna say I don't know the answer to this one, whether they can get YouTube or not. But the point is, ATVOD are meant to have no claim on user-generated content like YouTube, but they can claim on commercial web channels, which may be uploaded by the content by the channels themselves. So I don't know if YouTube could apply in that sense when you consider certain channels that do upload their episodes to YouTube. Certain channels do upload to YouTube. Maybe it would apply. I don't know. I'm trying to get through this quickly. I'm running out of time. So let's see. Yes, only meant to regulate sites that have TV channels. But there's also other things. I've been quite convenient in this. They also have this thing about if you don't announce your existence, just if you don't register you exist, then we will fine you. It's kind of convenient for a regulator that no one even knows exists very much. ATVOD really have to make themselves known for this to work, but they don't. It's very convenient. They get a lot of money for this. And other things that keep going on. ukcolumn is saying that this is government. This is ATVOD or government. ATVOD aren't government. They are a limited. You can look this up. They are a limited company. They are a company separate from government. But they do lobby for bills in government. This is certainly true. And they are trying to get more powers to censor porn. They already, again, making up the rules as they go along, they already decide that they can do things to porn, including making sites put all their promos behind a paywall, and making them implement strategies to make it so that over 18s can't see it, which at the moment the only good way to do that is make everyone only pay by credit card, which no business can run like that. That's just ridiculous. But interestingly, because they're making these rules up, there's no real bills or laws to prove their existence. You don't have to pay the fines. You don't really have to. There is nothing realistically they can enforce you. Well, there's nothing in law saying they can do it. They have bullied. They've done it with Jessica Presley's website. Jessica Presley is the most horrible example. She can't make any on-demand videos anymore. Not even a YouTube video about cakes. Because she wasn't paying the fines. Turns out she completely forgot about the website for a year, but nonetheless. But yes, ATVOD have arbitrarily decided what is TV like, and that's not right. Their scope needs to be defined. But they've even tried to license Playboy. They tried to license Playboy TV when it moved to Canada. They still tried to claim that it was in their jurisdiction, which Ofcom refused, which is sort of good, except the interesting thing is, Playboy TV was exactly the kind of website ATVOD was supposed to regulate, because it's on television as well. Now, another interesting note is ATVOD are trying to lobby to be able to license foreign websites as well, foreign porn sites at the moment. I think they'll try for other websites too. Well, I contacted this particular group that I'm not going to name them because my real name's in the comment section, so I won't name them for that. But they are a group of lawyers who are trying to sort this issue. They're trying to take on ATVOD. And, well, I told them about someone named Helen Goodman who's trying to get a licensing law through to make it so they can license foreign porn sites. So the UK can license foreign porn sites. I thought, that's a bit ridiculous. Well, hang on, that's ridiculous. I can buy physical products from foreign websites and they get sent to me by airmail, but they're not taxed in the UK. So I posed it to this group, and I especially thought the penalty was ridiculous because the penalty is 6 months in prison. Well, for a foreigner. Someone who's not in a... Well, anyway, as I said, I posed a question, and this is what they replied to me. Your link to the proposed amendment to the Criminal Justice Courts Bill, moved by Helen Goodman MP, demonstrates just how batty some people are. Miss Goodman is doing a very good job of representing battiness in Parliament. As your query implies, it is plain bonkers to attempt to impose licensing on citizens of foreign jurisdictions because it would be unenforceable. I do see that this is Miss Goodman's idea of spreading ATVOD to the entire solar system. Fortunately, Parliament is very unlikely to pass such a clause, and even if it did, it would be a totally futile gesture. The lesson to be derived from this is be very careful who you vote for. So there you go. The idea that ATVOD could even license foreign websites is absolutely ridiculous and is unlikely to happen. Doesn't stop them trying to. And where else am I? Having said that, they haven't stopped trying to regulate other people who do not. This is the same thing with YouTube. Chris Brennan, Jeremy Barnett was absolutely right when he was saying that Apple can technically have been licensing foreign websites as people on foreign websites as well. They've done it with Clips for Sale. A model, if a British model uploads herself to Clips for Sale, ATVOD have very much targeted the model, the individual model on that website, even though she's on a foreign website. It makes no difference to them. They're just trying to license the hell out of anyone they want, get money out of anyone. Another slightly disturbing topic is that ATVOD, in their minutes, have expressed an interest in taking over the powers of the Internet Watch Foundation. Now, the Internet Watch Foundation is the group that blocks child pornography. They also have remit to block other kinds of illegal content, like extreme pornography, but they don't use that because, well, frankly, they know that that's just going to lead to a lot of problems. They can't really accurately define it. If ATVOD got their powers, however, ATVOD have decided that any freely available pornography violates the Obscene Publications Act. So I think they would use that power to its full extent. They use all power and block whatever they want. They would block whatever the hell they want, and that's not good. And I'd like to end on this by highlighting that no other EU country regulates pornography quite like that, except maybe Germany. Germany apparently does have something about blocking pornography. You have to go through the stringent, in Germany you have to go through the stringent process to access it, but I can't find what that is. So there you go. ATVOD have been acting illegally, irrationally. They're just trying to take anything they can. They didn't really censor ukcolumn. ukcolumn did that themselves. But ATVOD is not good. The real question here is, would a reasonable person believe you need a license to make a video service? To just make a video, in fact? And the realistic answer is no. ATVOD is the authority for television on demand. It should only be regulating the online content that is also available on television. The content that starts on television eventually goes to on-demand services. That's the thing. It's meant to regulate what comes from television and goes to on-demand. That's what it's meant to do. But they're not doing that. They are behaving rationally, and I am kind of glad that they're getting a bit more attention now. Interestingly enough, they're not answering their calls at the moment because of the ukcolumn. So anyway, that's just food for thought, trying to clear up some of the misinformation as I know it.